You're tired. Maybe you don't even know why, but you feel it. Like you're carrying a weight no one sees. Like it's your job to hold everything together, to keep the peace, to keep people happy. You were told that being good was enough, that if you're kind, honest, humble, the world would notice. But what if that was a lie? A convenient lie meant to keep you agreeable, quiet, easy to manage. How many times have you bit your tongue to avoid conflict? Let someone cross the line and smiled anyway? Swallowed your pride just to keep the peace? Here's the truth. The world doesn't reward people pleasers. It rewards power. If this stings, it's because you've lived it. The more you give, the more people take. The more you try to be accepted, the less you're respected. This is what happens when you trade self-respect for approval. Time to break that pattern. And this is where Machiavelli's brutal wisdom comes in. Not as a guide to cruelty, but as a mirror showing what most won't admit. Morality without strength is just submission. This isn't about becoming cold. It's about waking up. Because being nice doesn't work. Not when it's driven by fear. Not when it costs you your voice, your peace, your power. That's not virtue. That's self-erasure. Ask yourself, who gets respected out there? Is it the kindest? Or is it the ones who set boundaries, speak clearly, and don't apologize for existing? Being good isn't enough anymore. Often, it's the quickest way to be used and discarded. You can give your best, be loyal, giving, understanding. But when you're no longer useful, you'll be forgotten. Because the world doesn't reward intentions. It rewards impact, influence, and confidence. The person who's always explaining, always apologizing, always justifying, they're not respected. They're tolerated at best, walked over at worst. But the person who knows when to say no without guilt, who holds their ground, they're heard. Because blind kindness is seen as weakness. Machiavelli famously said, if you must choose, it's better to be feared than loved. Not because cruelty wins, but because strength commands respect. If people don't see consequences, they won't take you seriously. So let's get real. You weren't born to please everyone. You were taught to, trained to put others first, to fear rejection, to earn love by self-sacrifice. You call it empathy, but often it's just fear in disguise. This is not emotional intelligence. It's emotional suppression, and it's destroying your authenticity. That mask of kindness, it's suffocating you. You think you're being good, but you're actually being dominated. And one day, if you don't stop, you'll forget who you really are. So how do you stop being too nice without becoming bitter or selfish? You start by understanding that your voice matters. Saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you human. It shows emotional boundaries, it communicates self-worth. A calm, confident, non-negotiable no says more about your strength than 1,000 explanations. And watch who gets uncomfortable when you change. These people benefited from your silence. They liked the version of you that didn't have boundaries. When you stop pleasing, you stop being useful to them. And that's not your problem. You don't owe the world your silence. Let go of the obsession with being liked. Instead, choose authenticity over approval. That's where your real power lives. That's how you start to rebuild confidence from the inside out. Machiavelli didn't preach cruelty. He preached clarity. He said, everyone sees what you appear to be. Few see what you truly are. Your goodness means nothing if it's perceived as weakness. Your generosity means nothing if it's exploited. And your silence, it will not protect you. Kindness is not submission. True kindness has strength. It sets limits. It says no. It walks away from what doesn't serve it. It's not about being a martyr. It's about being a whole person, not a puppet of social approval. If you've been living to be liked, it's time to be respected. Here's what to do now. Speak up, even when it's uncomfortable. Practice saying no, calmly, clearly, and without apology. Let go of needing everyone to understand you. Replace your need for approval with a commitment to truth. Attract people who respect your authenticity, not your obedience. Because here's the bottom line. The world respects those who respect themselves. And that starts the moment you stop asking for permission to exist. So I'll ask you directly. When was the last time you said no without guilt? When did you realize that being nice was ruining your self-worth? Drop it in the comments. Your story might be the one that helps someone else break free. If this message hits you, you need to watch the next part, because your transformation has only just begun. Stop being a people pleaser. Reclaim your life.